This is how Siren Head would look in Roblox, and this is the Verity mod in Roblox. Today, I'm gonna remake the Verity mod and some of my favorite SCPs and horror monsters into Roblox for you guys to play. But I'm saving the very best until last, so make sure you watch this video until the end. So we're gonna start today's video by remaking SCP-096, the Shy Guy, because he's my favorite SCP. So first I did a bit of research on how this guy worked, and apparently when you look at him, he'll actually start chasing you down and kill you. So I started with this dummy and stretched him out to make him tall. I stretched the head and added this ball mesh to make his mouth wide open and added these glowing eyes, and he looked really terrifying. I rigged him and then animated this cool screaming animation, and I coded this script that checks when the player looks at him. When you see him, he'll play his scream animation, and after a bit, he'll chase down the player, which was really scary. And yeah, that's the basic Shy Guy done. I'll rate this a 6 out of 10. Next, I want to remake Cartoon Cat, because you guys suggested him in the Discord server, which you should join in the description. So I found this mesh of him and built him so it looked exactly like the mesh. But he just looks so off. I don't know how to describe it. So I had to rebuild him. So I started by stretching out this dummy and give him these realistic hands and feet. Then added the skeleton's ribcage to him. Then copied the cartoon cat head and put it on top. And added these white eyes to him and colored him black. Then I had to rig everything up. And then I had to test animating him. And this actually looks a lot better. But all I could do was make him dance. So maybe it gets a 4 out of 10. Finally, I wanted to remake my favorite SCP, Siren Head. I got this tall dummy from the Shy Guy and colored it orange and made him look really rusty. I built this tower on his head and added these 2 sirens, which actually didn't look that bad. Next, I animated this slow walking animation for him, but just playing in this blank room was kind of boring. So I added this forest into the game and made Siren Head huge. And for some reason, he could actually get into this tower, which made me really scared. Like, look. I'll rate this an 8 out of 10. And now I'm gonna remake the Verity mod into Roblox. So, I have a confession. I actually had no idea what the Verity was or how it even worked. And I found this hour-long YouTube video about it. So I sat myself down and watched the whole thing. I definitely didn't just read the wiki. And I learned that Verity is actually this little yellow emoji ball and is obsessed with the player. And if you hurt it or spend too much time away, he'll get angry and turn into this, which looks crazy, and I knew I had to remake it. Maybe even making my own Verity by YouTuber. Let me know in the comments if you want that. So I started in Roblox by making this ball and sizing him down to be accurate. I colored it yellow and added this smile that would just follow the player around in this creepy way. So everything was going good so far, but for some reason I couldn't get it to follow the player. It kept flying or it kept making this weird trail with its face, and I really didn't know what was up. Anyways, after figuring out those bugs, I had to work on making this box to spawn, and when the player clicks it, Verity would spawn and stop following the player. I used this script to let Verity talk to the player, and also added a detection script that would check if the player was too far from it. And if you were too far, Verity would spam this creepy message in chat. And if the player doesn't come back in time, I needed the evil version of Verity to spawn. Now I wanted to add the ability to talk to Verity and ask it questions, but I forgot Roblox deleted chat. So I went to the Roblox Discord and asked them for it back. And they said no. Told them I'd do anything and they still just said no. So I knew this wouldn't work. Something that can work is adding my own chat feature. Comment L Roblox, man. This is so stupid and unfair. So the little Verity only had one line where it greets the player. This is where YouTube thinks you're gonna stop watching, so I'm adding some Subway Surfers so you can keep watching. Make sure you buy some of the new merch I just made to support the channel. It really does help me out. Okay, back to the video. I had to work on the super evil version of Verity to spawn, but look at this, man. I can't do all that. So I just stole one from the toolbox. Pretend you didn't see anything. The one I stole actually had built-in animations, and I was really excited to see them until... So I tried animating it myself, and these might actually be worse. Yeah, I remember why I'm a developer and not an animator. So I kept the goofy animations. I made him spawn and run to the player whenever you were too far. And this was really scary. Just the way he ran was so weird. I even added the original Verity music just to make it even scarier. And I mean, look at this. I will upload this to Roblox called Verity by YouTuber if this video gets 1,000 likes. So make sure you like the video and subscribe. Animal Hospital has been blowing up recently, and with all the hype with the game, I wanted to try and remake it myself and make my own Animal Hospital but YouTuber. But that just seemed too easy for someone like me. Let's remake Verity in 1 minute. How to make your own Roblox horror game. Also, I wanted to give myself a bit of a challenge, so I decided that I have to remake it in 1 hour. And at the end, I have to show it to all of you guys and see if I passed or not. So let me know in the comments if this was good enough. Maybe I can make piles of Robux. Maybe I'll become famous. Maybe Creecraft will finally accept my Discord friend request. I've actually never played Animal Hospital, so I should probably do that first. You spawn in this hospital room and are greeted by this animal. You have to stamp them and let them into the hospital, which seems easy enough. You take a sample of them and the TV gives you an instruction of what to do. And then when they feel all better, you move on to the next animal. At the end of your shift, this doctor will come in and install shutters into your room, which I was not happy about. I'll fix up the shutters. Uh-oh, is this gonna be like FNAF? And from night 2, these anomalies will spawn in. Who is this guy? Why is he just sat on this chair? Yo, I saw that. Do you see it? He twitched. Yeah, bye-bye. Which made me very cautious about who I let in. Like this guy. Yo, oh my god, this guy looks crazy, bro. There's no way this guy isn't an anomaly, right? I'll let you in for now. Did you know in Animal Hospital, when a visitor faints and you pick him up, instead of taking them to the emergency room, you can actually just throw them into the bin, and the game will tell you that no one will ever know. Subscribe for more secrets. Anyways, I thought that was it for the night, but then this happened. Alright. Yo, what was that, bro? Yeah, I'm still not sure what this even was. Everyone watch this back and let me know in the comments who he was. Anyways, after night 2, I knew I could remake this in 1 hour. Man, I can so remake this in 1 hour. So I started by getting every NPC from the game into my Roblox, and I picked this rabbit to start rebuilding. I built this sphere with its ears, and built up the rest of the body. I added the eyes and rigged everything, but for some reason when I did, he would stretch into this fat version, which isn't what I wanted. After fixing that, I animated this quick walk animation and scripted this animation script that would let the animal play the walk animation whenever it moved. But I ran into a problem. There are too many animals here and I only have 1 hour to remake everything. So I only chose to have this bunny and animated this twitching for the anomaly. The map was pretty empty, so I built a super quick office for the player to spawn in and added this window to let the player see the NPC. I added waypoints for the NPC and coded this quick walk script to make the NPC walk to the window and greet the player. Hello. Next, I added this button and these shutters and coded the shutters to close whenever you click the button. When you click the red button, it would delete the current NPC and close the shutters just like this. Boom. And bye-bye. And bye-bye. Oh dude, he's actually gone. And I built a super quick doctor room and colored everything in and it looked like this. But dude, this actually doesn't even look that bad. I did this TV in the doctor room that would tell the player what the animal needed and built this quick vending machine for the player to actually get the medicine out. I took the medicine tool from the game and added it into my game and let the player pick it up. Oh dude, this looks so cool. How did this even work? I coded the vending machine to give the player what the animal needs, and the player had to give it to the TV to give the medicine to the NPC, and it would just delete them and spawn a new one. Now when the NPC comes to the window, you can click the red button to send it away like this. And it would spawn a new NPC, and you can click the green button to send it to the doctor's room. The TV would turn on and tell the player exactly what to get, and you had to go out and get it from the vending machine. Then you give the medicine to the NPC, and boom, and it would spawn a new NPC. Now there's actually a big problem with all of this. There's no anomalies. So I got this NPC and coded this head twitching animation, and I would make it play whenever it chose to be an anomaly, which was a 1 in 2 chance. Now if you see something crazy happening to your screen, or the NPC starts twitching, you know it's an anomaly and you have to click the red button, and it would spawn a whole new NPC, and I can't believe this actually worked. Okay, now it's time to actually upload this to Roblox. A name? Animal Hospital. But YouTuber, it's the best Roblox game of all time. Okay, so now the game is up and it's actually public. Feel free to go play this on Roblox. Please subscribe, this took me so long. Here's the final results. Please watch until the end. Today I made a fake group, fake account, and made myself look exactly like Splash to trick little kids into thinking that Doors Floor 2 has come out already. I add funny new entities and make myself look exactly like Splash, so stick around for that. But first, step 1. Looking like Splash. So first I need to make this actually look legit, so people, you know, actually think it's the real Floor 2. So we're just gonna create another group and call it Splash. Alright, we're just gonna copy the exact description, and now we need an icon. I'm not gonna steal it, so let's just recreate it in Photoshop. So the icon has an L and an S, and everyone knows half of it's yellow and half of it's blue. And here's the finished icon. that looks amazing. Create the group. Oh, this looks amazing. This looks so legit. Now we're gonna shout, Doors Floor 2 out now. Alright, I found one that looks pretty similar. It looks good enough. So we're gonna make ourselves yellow and put it on. Now we need the fedora, and boom. Now we look just like Splash. Let's join indoors and see how official this looks. Oh my god, this looks so real. Look at this. I got the look, I got the name, and with the Star Creator badge, it makes it look even more real. Oh my god. I could probably make some people actually think I'm Splash. For now, let's just make Floor 2. So what I want to do is make some really bootleg version of Doors. Alright, we got the elevator. I'll think of something. Just wait. Alright, I'm here as Splash. Whoa, okay. That looked terrible. Which is exactly what we need. None of this game is gonna look good. Alright, now that we have like really good gameplay, we need some entities. Alright, give me like 10 minutes with this and he'll be done. Okay, it's been a while and I think Figure's done. You know, this is a much bigger improvement from the... Yeah, I don't know how to remove this guy's head, but it's good enough, okay? It's just some guy cosplaying Figure, but really buff. Okay, so... Oh, I can't run. No, Splash is gonna die. Oh, the elevator fell. Oh no. Oh well, so we have Figure here. We're just gonna put him in the library. So what's gonna happen is I want to make Rush the killer as well. Give me a while for this. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Okay, so for this one I had two different designs and I'm not sure which one I want to pick. This one's funny, but this one is like more Rush, you know? I don't like this one actually. I think I'll keep this one. Does it work though? That's the real question. Oh god, he's chasing me, Wait. That Rush just left his head behind. Look at him. He wasn't even a Rush. He was just a human. Oh god, oh. Alright, so a normal noob would be playing this, open this door. Oh, it's Floor 2, guys. It's actually out by the real Splash. Alright, we're just going through doors. And okay, how many more doors? How many more do we have to go through? Boop. Oh no, it's Rush and he's chasing me and he's buff. Oh no, he's not stuck. Oh no, we're running away from Rush. And oh, we'll add Seek into room 50. Alright, give me a minute. Okay, grand revealed. 3, 2, 1. What the hell? Yeah, it's Seek. Okay, I'm gonna show you around. So here we have Seek. There we have Rejected Rush, who's running into his head. Here in the library we have Figure, and finally we have Rush, who's probably the actually best made one. Give me a minute. I'll make everything look nicer, and then we'll open this up to the public. Okay, here if you can still see, I made it a lot darker, and actually looks kinda good. So people are gonna be here like, oh wow, this is a nice game. This is Floor 2, guys. Oh no, it's Rush. We're gonna run past him. Oh my, this looks, this looks so much better. Oh no, it's Figure. Oh no, it's Seek, guys. And they're not gonna be able to open the library doors, so they're gonna die. Ah, Get me away, get me away. I don't know. Oh, I just got, I think I just got thrown away by, wait, I'm still alive. I think this game is perfect. There's no bugs whatsoever. I think we're ready to release this to the public. And by we, I mean the real lightning splash, obviously. Alright, here. Doors. But here we're gonna do floor 2. Doors. Then we're gonna just unique horror game involving doors. Floor 2. Out now. We need me though, because that is me. I didn't do all of that. I did everything, you know? Game is in alpha. Nope. The game is finished. The game is finished. Okay, VR creator is me. Elsplash. No, it's Doors official dev. Yeah, it's Doors official dev. Okay, we have to go to Doors official dev. Floor 2. I don't know if this is counted as stealing, but I'm just gonna... There we go. Okay. Now we need an icon. I made this icon. It's from the thumbnail of the video you're watching. That actually looks pretty legit. If I saw that, I would say, wow, Elsplash has given us floor 2. Access? How high can we do? 250? Alright, 200. Oh, it's there. It got accepted. We need to sponsor. Oh my god, this looks amazing. Okay, yeah, alright, let's just run it. Okay, let's join in to Doors floor 2. Oh, guys, here we are. In real, oh wow, this looks nice. Real floor 2. Oh, okay. We can sprint, as you can see. What? Figure, are you okay? Seek is fine. We're just gonna... Oh no, he's unstuck. We're just gonna pretend that we're doing the library. Okay, Seek is watching from there. And he's stuck on a beam. Seek, are you okay? Oh no, he's unstuck. Why are you trying to... Oh no, he saw me. Okay. What happened to this? Okay, we're just gonna... We can't even hide, okay. There's no hiding in floor 2, it's the new update. Oh wow, oh wow, okay. Oh no. Bro, this actually looks like really scary. Oh, I hate this. I don't think anyone works like how they should. But that's okay, you know? We're okay with that. Okay, 3 people have clicked on this, and no one's joined. I need people to join. Oh, there's 5 people. There's people playing. There's so many people. Oh my god. There is so many people. Guys, I'm real Elsplash. I'm real. I'm fan. I know. I'm real Elsplash, guys. There is so many. Oh, people are in the library. Cannot wait to play. Great update. OMG, so scary. Bruh. What do you mean, bruh? This is not real? Yes, it is. It's real. I'm Elsplash. Guys, this is not real. This is real. Where is this guy? Where is the guy that's saying this is fake? I need to ban this guy. You're fake lightning splash? No, I'm not. System, Roblox has joined the game. Even Roblox enjoys floor 2. I'm real Elsplash. I'm real. Look at me. Bro, this isn't real. Yes, it is. Seek is unstuck. Oh, he's jumping all around. Fake Elsplash. See, guys, this is how much people want floor 2. I love the new monsters design. I know, right? I worked so hard on those monsters. It's obviously fake. It's real. Hi, fake Elsplash. No, I'm real. We have the real Freddy Fazbear. That's how you know that this game is legit. Seek, what are you doing? Everyone get on Seek. Get on Seek right now. He's not killing people. When I was testing this, he was scary. OMG, I got 3 knobs. Yeah, cause it's Elsplash. The real one has an upside down face. Fake. Guys, I'm real Elsplash. Say yes. Yes, see, everyone's saying I'm real. See? I'm real. Goo goo gaga. You look dripped out. I know, right? I'm really drippy. It took like 4,000 Robux Robux for this. Please floor 3. Guys, 1 floor at a time, please. System is like, ugh. I sent the link to my Discord to make them all believe it so that these people would like think it's fake. You guys are doing such a good job. Where is system? Bro, this is fake L Splash and fake game. No, it's real. Go play floor 2 and use star code SULY because I wasted 10,000 Robux. And also go subscribe. Doors is dying. It's just not fun anymore. So I'm turning the amazing digital circus characters into Doors entity to try and make it more fun. Hopefully this update will bring some new players to Doors again. Because Doors my YouTuber is also dying. The first one I did was Pomni and downloaded this 3D model of her and put it directly into Roblox. And I'm not lying, it actually looked really good. But after a while I realized all she could do was T-pose. So I animated Pomni as a helicopter. Because like, I don't know. But for some reason she kept falling over like a nerd. So I just had to keep her T-posing. And she was giant. And she just kinda angrily T-posed towards them. While it looked funny, it just wasn't that scary. But if you put scary music and darken it, I bet it would look kinda scary. Here's the final result. Tell me this is not the scariest thing you've ever seen in your life. She could also fly for some reason. Next was Jax. It's probably my favorite character. So I put him into Roblox too, but for some reason he didn't have any eyes. But I didn't worry about that. I couldn't really animate him for some reason. Without him making this weird windmill thing, all I could do is make him bend. So that's all I did. Again, he wasn't that scary. So what I had to do was make it so whenever you touched him, he'd teleport you to the void. With a fake exit. The exit just won't work. It just kind of stands there. So this simple script teleports you to this glowing orb. And we can just pretend it's the void. Here's the final result. This glowing ball is hurting my eyes. Let's move on to the next one. The next 3 I did was Kane, Kinga, and this one. I forgot the name. Yeah, that one. I found these 3 models of them and they looked amazing. Kane looked like a Minecraft character though, but it looked fine. I imported all of the models into Roblox and they all looked so good. Apart from Zubul, she kinda looked... What the hell? Weird. So I kinda just scrapped her and started making them into entities. Starting with Kinga, who screamed a lot. So I thought he'd be a good replacement for Rush, cause like, you know, they both scream. I put him into the hallway and added triggers at the end and the start and made this funny running animation. It looked amazing. And called it Crazy Kinga Run at 3 AM. Scared emoji, scared emoji, scared emoji. And it actually worked. Roblox actually took it. For some reason he always looked kind of skeptical and I couldn't change it. So whenever you go through this door, Kinga would just run through and then run back. This was boring. So I turned him into Ambush and made him rebound like 3 times. And it looked so good. So now whenever he'd walk into it, the lights would flicker. Oh my god. He's so fast. Alright, I'll make him a bit slower. There we go. Next I added a jump scare for Kinga. If you don't hide from him, you get jump scared like this. And if you hide, you're fine. You know, this is so good, I might actually add it to Doors by YouTuber. Here's the final result for him. Next up was Kane, and he just seemed like he would replace Seek because like they're both like the masters. They're both fast, so I plopped him into the Seek hallway and gave him this really cool rise. It was really intimidating. Yeah, he didn't have any animation, but it still looked fine. And I did triggers at the end of all the hallways for him to fly to. Then I made him run to each of the triggers, and he was extremely fast the first time, so I had to slow him down a bit. Next I did a jump scare for Kane. It wasn't really that good, but If you don't want to see the final result for him, skip to here. But if you do, here's the final result. The final entity was Figure, and I replaced him with the puppet one. I don't know the name. So I gave him this funny animation and it looked really bad. And it didn't even work. So I just had to make it so it float in a T-pose. I don't know what's the deal with T-poses, but loads of the characters were doing it. Anyway, it T-posed intimidatingly towards you. And then it started room 50. And you just die. Next I did a jump scare for the puppet one. And here's the final result for that and the rest of the entities. Roblox Doors is scary. Rainbow Friends is, good, kinda. If I were to combine them, would that make an even scarier and even better game than Doors? If I were to combine them, would I get infinite piles of Robux? Would I finally be able to be accepted into the Roblox Star program? Would Redible finally accept my friend request on Discord? Let's find out. So an obvious start would be Blue, right? He's like the main one, I think. I don't know, I've never played Rainbow Friends. So I got this Blue that actually had every single one of his animations in. Very cool. I exported all of them. I made his walking animation. And plippity ploppity, he now chases the player. And then I made it so you can actually hide in cupboards so they would actually do something and not just stand there. Now Blue didn't really replace any entity. I guess in a way he was kind of like Seek because he chases you, kind of. I don't know, I'll leave that up to you. Which entity did this replace? I'm not gonna lie, I did get scared on this bit. You can even notice it by the way my camera shakes. I did expect Blue to just kind of be there, chilling outside my cupboard. So I think I could be justified for that. Next up was Orange. And I think it's pretty clear who this guy should replace. Rush. In case you haven't played Rainbow Friends, Orange rushes through the rooms with these arrow things. So I got this Orange that also had all its animations in and made this really quick running animation. I made its idle, and also by the way, ignore Big Timothy. And plop. And if we just do this, it should work. Okay, let's test. Lights flicker. Okay, let's test. Lights flicker. Whoa! What happens if we just up his walk speed? Alright, slow that down. Alright, we're gonna try that again with a slower speed. Lights flicker. Whoa! Next up, I wanted to replace Figure, and I think it's pretty clear who Figure should replace. Or who should replace Figure? Green. Green and Figure are basically the exact same thing. Green is blind, Figure is blind. Green has sensitive hearing, Figure has sensitive hearing. After a while of it not working, and trying multiple things to try and get it to work, I just decided to rebuild Green, and I also needed eyes, so I kind of just... There. I rigged him up and it actually worked. And I imported all of Figure's animations into him, which looked amazing. We had the Figure's intro, Figure's jump scare, and Figure's walk. So I kind of just yoinked them all. I called the intro Green Dancing at 3 AM Gone Wrong. And what is this? And when I was making his walking animation, it actually didn't look that bad. And this one was called Green Walking at 4 AM Gone Right, exploding head emoji, and plippity ploppity, and plippity ploppity, placing a few things everywhere. It actually worked. I did not expect that, and I think we can all agree Green dancing in the middle of the library looks phenomenal. I stole an anime and AI script for Green from my horror game I'm actually working on. No spoilers, go follow my Twitter. And bada bomb, I had a bit too much fun importing all of Figure's animations, you know, but how could you know when an animation looks like this? Also, I didn't have time to implement any jump scares, but I really wanted to for Green. Cause can you imagine Figure's animation but just with Green's head? Here's a fun result for Green. Finally, I wanted to replace Ambush, and there weren't really any more rainbow friends left to replace, right? Wrong. There's Purple, which is actually a rainbow friend. Now, in my playthrough, I didn't see any purple, and I don't know if this is even how it looks or not, but I don't care. But the thing about this purple is, it didn't work. So you know what I did? I rebuilt it. I took this. Now I think we can all agree this looks much better than purple. This just looks like a slug. Alright, I rigged it up and made whatever you call this. I don't know what you call this. A clapping animation, slapping animation. I think it was meant to be a crawling animation. Oh god, what are those eyes? Wi-Fi drops down by 1 bar, video quality. Anyway, this one I named it Crawling at 3 AM Gone Wrong. 5 AM. Siren emoji, sus emoji, explosion emoji, devil emoji, ice emoji, skull emoji. But Roblox didn't allow crawling at 5 AM Gone Wrong, siren emoji, sus emoji, explosion emoji. So I only kept the siren emoji. And with a few plippity plops, the crawling animation actually worked. And purple started to crawl again. Oh, well, I guess you can call that crawling. But I kept doing this weird thing where it kind of just lie down on its back, so I had to change a few things. And Bob called this rush, and plop that in there, and boom, it worked. Alright, that was easy. But next I had to make it rebound. I'm just gonna take this and paste it a few more times. There we go, now it rebounds. And I added Ambush's sound to it, and a cool purple light to make it even more ambushy-like, I guess. And here's the final result for that, and here's the final result for all the other ones. I tried remaking Room 50 in 1 hour. Here's how it went. So I first modeled out where the bookshelves are going to go, and then I cut a hole into the bookshelves and added books. I was going to use images, but none of them fit right. I made 7 different sets of books: red, pink, blue, green, yellow, white, and grey. I duplicated them on all the different door models. After that, I added textures to all the bookshelves and turned a few. These ones are going to be the ones you have to pick up. Next, I decided to make figure, so I got a normal dummy and stretched it out. Then I got a circle head. Then I added a smaller, darker circle in its head and added its teeth. 25 minutes in, I started work on the second floor. I copy and pasted the bookshelves and put them in the right order and started making this door. But instead of just coding a code, I just made some bars that get deleted when you find all the books. Then I added a proximity sensor, so whenever you triggered the proximity sensor, the book would get destroyed. Just so it's way easier for me to do this. Then I started work on figure. I used a simple AI script, which basically just chooses random points for him to walk to, and loops that infinitely. This is going to be kind of like the Doors But Bad figure, how it just walks randomly, and if you touch it, you die. After I did that, I made it so whenever you touch its humanoid, you would die. I quickly fixed up all the scripts, added animation to figure, and the 1 hour clock was done. Here's the final result. Doors has been getting kind of boring, so I asked all of you to give me some fan-made entities you had. The first one is by Linksy, and he said make an entity that gives you free Robux. Then he also said something like don't credit me because he doesn't want to be arrested, steal my fame. So I made this guy and I made it really obvious that he was rich by searching up Richard the Avatar creator and basically putting everything on him. At the end he had 30 accessories on. Yes, I counted them all. This guy had everything from a gold shirt, a golden hat, chain saying rich and sus, 5 different hats, 3 different sunglasses, and I think at least like 7 designer bags. He even had a book saying how to get rich on Roblox. His name was even Rich Guy, so it was really obvious he had loads of Robux. I animated him reading the book, and when you talk to him he'd give you free Robux. Oh, you just die. Next was from Cardin, and he said make flamingo. He also specified to make it jump. So I got Rush and cut out this flamingo head in Photoshop. I plopped it on Rush, but I made the edges pink. I made it so when he'd open the door, he'd run through the rooms just like in the real game. I animated it jumping. I made that its walking animation. And here's the final result for that.
Yo tengo.
Next was from Jenny Punker, and they said make Seek but with a trumpet. Now the previous ones have just been a bit boring. I wanted to go all out on this. So I made Seek have a trumpet head, a trumpet hat, and even holding a trumpet. But then I went to the next level. I put 2 noobs playing trumpets next to him while he wore a trumpet shirt with another trumpet shirt behind him holding a second trumpet in its left hand. I made it chase the player down. I made its kill sound a trumpet, just to really top everything off. And when I sent it to them again, I think they like that one. Next I asked my Discord server for ideas because I was running dry. And this user by the name of Gus said that he's a Doors concept game owner designer and said it was his time to shine. He made this entity called Howl. And if the lights flick red once, you need to hide and it bounces through rooms very fast. Basically like ambush. But if they flick red with a quiet howl, run to the next 4 doors. And it'll break anything in its path to make it slower. I really like the design of the entities. That's the only reason I really made it. And it was really buggy. But once it worked, it was actually not that bad. Here's the final result for that one. The next one is taken from my YouTube community poll, and it's by this guy, and I have no idea how to pronounce his name. He said statue can appear 3 times depending on how big the room is, and will despawn when the next door is unlocked. And he said he needs to chase the player, but it was past midnight, and I couldn't make an AI script. So I just made it stand there, and if you touch it, you die. And here is the final result for that. Roblox horror games are trash, so I set myself the challenge to make one in 1 minute, 1 hour, and 1 day. But why? Well, recently Roblox horror games are all kinda bad. Actually, most new Roblox games are all really low quality. Yeah, there might be some good ones here and there, like, I don't know, probably this. The majority of popular Roblox games are all just slop with no soul put into them. Like, all of these are just copy and pasted from each other for some quick Robux. So, to prove how easy these games are to make as a Roblox developer, I set myself the challenge of making one in 1 minute, 1 hour, and 1 day. And at the end of the video, I need you guys to rate each of them in the comments out of 10. And the final Roblox horror game is so crazy, so make sure you watch until the end to see it. And hopefully this can make me some Robux too, because I've been running low. Starting off with the 1 minute horror game. Obviously, I don't have that much time in this challenge, so my idea was to make this horror game in the forest. Pretty original, I know. So I started by making this very awesome tree and duplicating it to make this mini forest. But just that took 30 seconds, so I had to act fast for this monster. So I kinda just... Yeah, pretend you didn't see anything. Then I set it to nighttime and boom! After I stopped the timer, I tried to test the game, but... Oh shoot, the trees fall. Yeah, I realized that I forgot to make these trees not fall down, so the whole forest kind of just falls apart. And I thought this monster didn't really do anything, but... Do you even chase me? Oh! Alright, never mind, he actually moves. Okay, yeah, this one kind of sucks. I found out the hard way he does. Yeah, I think this is a great horror game. I'll rate it 2 out of 10, but let me know your rating in the comments. But now it's time to delete all that and get serious, because it's time for the 1 hour horror game. For this one, I was gonna be serious. I haven't had enough time to go into Blender to model this tree, and after hours of time and care and building, I made... Yeah, this one wasn't really that good. It actually looks worse than the 1 minute horror game. Anyways, after that, I imported it into Roblox and colored it in so it doesn't look that bad. And I followed my own Roblox horror game tutorial to make my own custom monster. I built this guy and took clothes from the catalog and made my own monster. And you know I had to give him some SulyMazing merch from my group. I gave him this mask and had to give him a weapon, so I found this giant hammer and boom, this is our monster. And I named him Bill. Say hi to him in the comments or he will find you and hit you with a hammer. Next, I animated his jump scare where he's gonna smack the player with a hammer and do this super simple script where he detects a player touching him and plays his animation to kill the player. And I also coded this super duper simple AI script where he just follows the player and doesn't really care, because I didn't have enough time to make a whole AI into him. And it worked amazingly, as you can tell. Finally, I needed somewhere for the player to go to actually beat the game, so I built a super quick house in a part of the forest and made this hammer tool to break into the house to win. Then I made it super dark, gave the player a flashlight and highlighted where the hammer and monster was to make it easier for the players, and boom. Here's the 1 hour horror game. Okay, so we have this flashlight, but I need to find this hammer. Oh dude, there's a oh dude, he's chasing me. Wait, he actually worked. Oh, it's kind of scary. There's the hammer over there. All right, well, where's the... Oh no, where's the house? Oh no, this game sucks. I can't even find it. You know what? Just kill me. Yeah, this game kind of sucked too, but it's better than the other ones, so it gets a 4 out of 10 for me. Not the worst, but I know I can do better. And finally, it was time to work on the 1 day horror game. By the way, this is where YouTube thinks most of you guys are going to click off, so I'll add some Subway Surfers so you keep watching. YouTube says only 10% of you guys are subscribed, so please subscribe, it helps me out a lot. I'm trying to hit 400,000 before the end of the year, so if you could subscribe, it would really help. Okay, back to the video. This time, I wanted to go back to what I said the intro, where I said that these slop games are really dumb and easy to make. So I wanted to show you guys just how easy they are to make. So first, I made this little gas station because that's what most of these games use. I added these shelves and counters and gas pumps to really set the scene, and added these waypoints in red for this NPC character. He's gonna walk into the shop and he says something from this list of dialogue, and you have to guess if he's real human or not. And if you get it wrong, the generator's health goes down. You know, the generator like all these games have. Coded him to walk into the shop and say something from the list, and if you get it wrong, the generator's health goes down, and if it goes down to 0, you lose. This took maybe 30 minutes, so I spent the rest of the time making things for the players to do. I added these tasks like emptying out the dumpsters and fixing this electrical tentacle box I made. Now the players have tasks to do instead of just, talking to people. At the end of each night, you have to do your shift to make sure no anomalies come into the shop. And that's the whole game. Sully, this really took you 24 hours. This is trash. And that's the point. These games are so low quality, I managed to make it in 3 hours. So you might be thinking, what did I do with the rest of the time? Well, I actually took the rest to make a horror game I want to be proud of. This game is actually a mini game inside of my real Roblox horror game, Curtains Up, which you can play, link in the description. Here, if you go into the arcade in the lobby and play this game called Table Training, it teleports you into the mini game I made in just 24 hours. Here, you have to serve drinks and food to this main animatronic, the Screamer. You cannot mess up this order. He walks around the map and randomly comes in to check on you to add to this creepy atmosphere. You must complete an infinite amount of orders, and if you get 2 or more wrong, the Screamer will come and jump scare you. And this is really good, and I'm actually really proud of this in 24 hours. And here's the gameplay of all the final ones, starting with the 1-minute horror game.
Welcome to your new job. Here you are serving drinks to our customers. However, due to previous employee trouble, we have hired the Screamer to make sure you are making order correctly. Messing up an order, or calling the Screamer on accident will result in your death. Good luck.
Make sure you rate all of these in the comments, and if you want to play an actually good horror game, I have my own called Curtains Up, which is now free to play in Roblox, and chapter 2 is coming soon, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the trailer. Now I want to remake some more horror monsters, so here's a mini compilation of everything I've made in shorts. How to make a Roblox horror game, part 1. So today we're gonna make the monster of our horror game, so make sure you save this video. First you need to build this rig, and then take clothes from the catalog to dress him up, and make him however you want to look. I added this mask, these clothes, and this big hammer as his weapon. Then you need to animate him. If you want a separate video for animation, let me know in the comments below. You need to animate a walking animation like this one I did, and then angle your camera right to make a jump scare animation, where he's gonna hit the player and kill him. Then upload your animation to Roblox, copy this script and put your animation inside of the script and inside of your monster. And now whenever you touch the monster, you should die. And his animation plays. Make sure you subscribe and save this video so you don't miss out on this series. 1 minute versus 1 hour versus 1 day Roblox horror game. Which is the best? For the 1 minute one, I forgot to make these trees anchored, so everything kind of fell apart. And this monster didn't even work until I got really close to him. 2 out of 10. For the 1 hour horror game, I built a better forest and this monster that actually can chase you. But it was actually too dark to see anything and the monster was faster than the player, so 4 out of 10. For the 1 day horror game, I built this restaurant area and this monster. And you have to make all these orders that pop up on the screen in time, or this jump scare will play. And I'll rate this at 8 out of 10. Let me know which one you thought was the best in the comments. 1 star versus 5 star Roblox horror game. What's actually the difference? For the 1 star game, you spawn in this bedroom. You have to go downstairs and interact with this weird guy in the prison. Then you have to go to sleep. You wake up to some screaming and get chased by this guy back to your bed. Then for some reason, you're teleported to this city. And this weird naked guy that chases you around and kills you. So this game is a 1 star game for me. For the 5 star game, this character turns a sign and your bus goes through the wrong route. Then you have to find all of these blocks and put them on this weird pedestal. All while this blue guy chases you, and if he catches you, he kills you. And this was really scary and it gets 5 stars. How to make your own Roblox horror game, part 1. So first we're gonna start off with a monster. You can make him however you want. I'm gonna stretch this dummy out, then put this skeleton ribcage on him, stretch his head out and give him these white glowing eyes and this creepy smile. When you're done with that, we're gonna move on to animating him. If you want me to make a separate video for animation, let me know in the comments below. Then animate your guy walking like I did, where he runs on his arms. Then animate a jump scare animation where he attacks the player like I did, where he punches you. But don't get carried away while testing because... Subscribe so you don't miss part 2. I gave myself 1 hour to recreate every single door's jump scare. Next after that, I started to work on ambush. It just goes bigger, then smaller, then he eats you. So I got the jump scare down pretty quickly. But after that, I had to recreate the audio. There's no way I'm gonna recreate that. And here's the recreated audio. And here's the final ambush jump scare. And by the way, you can actually play my Doors game for free, link in the pinned comment. I gave myself 1 hour to recreate every single Doors jump scare. So this series is going to be split up in 3 different parts. So I started off with Rush because it's just an image going bigger and bigger. So I first started by just getting my image of Rush with a black background, then scripting it to go bigger. Next I had to work on the jump scares audio. And since I only had 1 hour and didn't want to copy it from Elsplash, I had to make it myself. And here's the final result.
Dun, dun, dun,